Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the precision, feel the scratch, listen to the effects, music and video. It's time to mix live. Pioneer DJ presents.
Live from Atlanta, it's the Lucas Chat Podcast.
Your systems are offline.
Number one for today's hits and all-time favorites.
Hey, Lucas Station fans, welcome back to another exciting Lucas Chat Podcast. This is the Lucas Chat Podcast with your host, Kennedy Lucas. Now, today is a very good day for a podcast. Of course, we're podcasting something very, very different. We're using Studio 13 for our podcast. We're trying to think of some different ways of how we do podcasts here in the studio, y'all. And it's good to be back. K.L.P is back in the podcast era. Of course, you guys been checking out the K.L.P, the Kennedy Lucas International Network with Mark Almighty. He's been doing a fantastic job so far with the news. And I'm back with the podcast again. We're testing this out for Studio 13, and I think it's a hit. I think this is where we're gonna start using our podcast unit with Studio 13. I know we've been using a lot of different elements of podcasting and how we do it, but we're back here in the studio, and I'm super excited to talk about this certain topic. Of course, we're not really talking about gaming, and we're not talking about movies this time around for this podcast. I want to talk about some series that I've seen prior to my work and my job, y'all. Hopefully you guys know by now I am property management at a hotel, and we work on that for a side gig for me, because I was a RA, as most of you guys know, and I am working at a hotel right now. So I want to talk about this certain topic that I've noticed, and this is a serious topic that I really want to talk about on the podcast. And now that I have some free time here on the studio today, I can actually do it. Hopefully you guys are ready for it. K.L.P Entertainment is booming. Of course, we did update it to K.L.P.X 93.3 FM radio. If you're listening to it on the radio right now, thank you for staying tuned for us on K.L.P.X 93.3 FM radio. Of course, I'll be having this all over on YouTube, Facebook, the radio station of K.L.P.X 93.3, and also on IGTV. Yes, you heard it right here, y'all. Right here in the studio, IGTV, Instagram TV. We're going to start putting our podcast there as well, so you guys can listen to my beautiful voice I've got created here. Got a nice little setup here. Of course, I really am digging this setup here. We're in Studio 13 right now in the studio, and we're filming it right now. We're recording right now on this system, and I think this is going to be the new system that we use. Me and Tyrus both use. So yeah, I wanted to talk about something very, very unique that I've noticed. A lot of people are not understanding this, where I'm coming from this, and you probably understand because I am what you call a gentleman. Sponsorship out for the Gentleman's Club coming out in September. Hopefully you guys are ready for that film from K.L.P. But this is something serious, y'all, and this is something that I just cringe on every day when I saw this when I worked for the past couple of weekends. Now, I'm not going to tell you the location of the hotel or management or anything like that, because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to put everybody on blast, so to speak. But I've seen this, and this really bothers me. It bothers me a lot that I see this time around. So, y'all listen to this. So I'm over here, I'm doing my thing at the hotel, and we check in these group of people, right? And I can tell they're from like DeKalb County, and then I'm from the A-Town, and I want to represent Atlanta really well. But these people, and I don't want to say these people because that's gonna sound mean, y'all. But we checked in these group of people. We blocked them into rooms, and they are what you would say the term of ignorance a little bit. And I'm going around working my darnest, and for us people, for African American people, we have to sort of have a certain standard out here in the world. And there's no race, there's no politics into what I'm about to say here, but we have to show off a little bit. We have to maintain a certain image in the public eye. So if you ever know me at work, I'm always dressed professional. I'm always wearing a suit and tie and a jacket. and some slacks, some black slacks, and some dress shoes at work at the hotel. Of course, we have a dress code. I can't wear whatever I want to wear at the dress code, or I'll be fired, you know. So I'm over here trying to do my thing, and you know, I see these group of people. These two boys, the shirt off, has no shirt on, and they're sagging, and they're walking around the whole property that way. And it all happened that night. It happened that night where it was a busy night. These two guys, they're coming. First of all, they're going back and forth in the lobby. They're going up and down the stairs on the elevator, no shirt on, sagging. And I don't understand. And then I've done live streams before, y'all. I've done about this certain topic, but it really bothers me that we have people like that in the world who do this kind of stuff. It doesn't make any form of sense. It bothers me. I wish these people would stop doing this because you have a certain image that you want to keep, and you make us look bad. And I'm not talking about a certain person. I'm not calling anybody out. But if you are a gentleman like me, you want to respect that image. Of course, we're going around. I'm working. These two guys, no shirt on, sagging, barely can walk. And they did this. We have a restaurant in our hotel, and everyone's trying to eat. Everyone's trying to have a good time, and then you have these people. They came down, and they didn't notice it because they were too ignorant to notice it. But people were staring, and even I was staring. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, why are y'all, like, put a shirt on? Let me tell you, shirts are the coolest thing that you could wear. I love wearing shirts. They're awesome. But these people don't like wearing shirts, apparently. So they're going back and forth in the hotel, no shirt on. Of course, me and my coworker, they came back into the building for the 5th time with no shirt and sagging on. And we went up to him. I went up to him and said, hey, sir, this is a hotel. You can't do that. You have to put a shirt on if you're going to be in the lobby. And that's just not what our code is. That's just society. You have to wear a shirt in the public eye. You cannot be naked unless you're coming from our swimming pool and you're trying to rush to the elevator. That's acceptable because we have people who's in their bathing suits. They're wet and they're naked. They're trying to make it to the elevator because, you know, that's a standard right there. But you cannot roam around looking any kind of way. You know, you're sagging, no shirt on. Now, I'm not trying to sound old here, y'all. It's just that really bothers me because, like I said and mentioned before, we have a standard. We have to look a certain way for certain people. I know people like to go by, you know, it doesn't matter what people think, but in today's society, you have to watch out. You have to keep your eye open of who's out there, because people are going to judge you. People are going to judge you for what you're doing, how you're doing it, and you want to make sure that you keep that image. So we told him the first time, he's like, hey, put a shirt on. You can't do that. So his buddy did the same thing. Come downstairs, no shirt on, and just sagging. I say, hey, really? And I told him, like, hey, we told your friend. Now we're going to tell you before we kick you out. You need to put a shirt on. You cannot rock a shirt off. You just can't do it. I'm sorry. You just can't do it. So they understood. They left a couple days after that, and you know, they I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's this thing, the society, our generation, our millennial age. We really got to change how we do things around here, because we have a standard to keep. And it's not me sounding old like a grandpa or dad or anything, but you know, you would never catch K.L.P out there sagging, no shirt on. Even though I post the shirtless photos on my Instagram, go follow me on my Instagram at Kennedy Lucas K.L.P. But that's just an image. That's just showing that I work out. I don't rock that out in public. So I really do hope these people understand where I'm coming from for that. And we just, as a millennial age, we have a standard to upkeep and to hold, because we're going to rule the world after a while. So, and then the next generation is going to come in, and then the next generation is going to come in after that. So I just really do hope that we fix that. Again, gentlemen, guys, please, let's stop the sagging. It's not cute. It's not sexy. I really don't get it. You would never catch me sag. I'm sorry. You would never in a million years catch me sag unless I am missing a belt and I'm looking to find a belt. You would never catch me sag. I don't understand why people do it. It bothers me. I hate to see that African American men that do this, and you're having other people judge you and look at you wrong, and this is why we get talked about wrong and why we get judged wrong, because sometimes we have boys in our generation that does this and just doesn't care. And then these group of kids, and I must say kids because I mean they look younger than me, even though I'm just 22, they look like they could be like 17, so to me that's young. They're out there in the lobby, they're loud. I'm hearing, and excuse me for me saying this, hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this, but I'm hearing these guys call each other the N-word. All I hear is, the N-word everywhere, like nigga, everywhere. And it's just like, why do you do that? Like, why do we do that? Why do we call each other the N-word? I never really understood that. I understand it's a greeting of how we greet each other. To quote Jordan or Lucas in I'm sorry, I'm not a racist, but yeah, that's how we greet each other. I never call my friends the N-word. They would say it on occasion, in a joking way, but we don't really call each other that. Like, we'll joke and say my N-word, my nigga, but we don't just flat out say, oh, we're gonna call you that name, of course. So it's a different generation that we're in, and I really do wish our generation would not do that. That bothers me. I really do. I wish we could stop that. I really do wish the African American men and white people, Caucasian people, they do it too. They sag as well, and it's just like it's kind of a standard now. When you're old enough, you want to upkeep that standard that, hey, I'm too old for this shit. Like, I'm too old to be doing this. I'm too old to be rocking it out like that. And I really do hope that it changes the genre a little bit. I really do hope it changes, y'all. And comment below if you agree with me. It's not sexy to me. It's not cute. It's just not cute, y'all. I'm sorry. And I just really do hope. And that's just the story I wanted to tell. We saw this in the hotel business. They're just, and then there's our hotel. We're the hottest hotel in Atlanta, I must say. And it's a big hotel, and there's a lot of people that check in. So it's just like you have that standard, like you want to be professional, you want to act your age. So it just, that it bothers me. I really do hope that we stop that for our generation. I hope this podcast get word out there that I can make some sort of change here. I just really do hope we change that standard, and I pray for the best. I pray that we can get a change, y'all. So that'll do it for this podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Of course, check me out. You guys can follow me on my social media accounts in the link description below if you're listening here on YouTube and or SoundCloud. Of course, you're listening to the radio, KLPX 93.3. Really do appreciate that, y'all. Stay tuned for this week. We're going to be doing a lot more podcasting, of course, and the weekend show will be coming back this weekend as well. So stay tuned for that as well. This has been your host of the Lucas Chat Podcast, Kennedy Lucas, logging out.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the precision, feel the scratch, listen to the effects, music and video. It's time to mix live. Pioneer DJ presents
Live from Atlanta, it's the Lucas Chat Podcast.